All right, guys, we got a 2014 Hyundai Sonata, and customer complaint is that when you put the signals on, nothing happens. Sometimes if you hit the emergency, you see it kind of flash for a second, one side. So we're gonna check code to see what we got. Okay, guys, here's what I did. If you saw those codes, we got error codes for short to ground on the signals. So what I did, if you look at, you saw the diagram, this connector right here that's unplugged, that's connector A, right? So I unplugged it because that's the wiring that goes back to the tail lights that's reporting the error to see if the problem was internal in here or if it's in this wiring. And now that it's unplugged, of course I get a flash, a fast busy, and if you could see that up there, you might can make out the reflection, but it's flashing. And that side, it is flashing as well. You might can't see that side, but I did test it. So the problem does not appear to be this box. It appears to be right now the wiring coming out of here is shorted to ground somewhere. So now to find the short, that's going to be the issue on this one, guys. All right, guys, so here's what we found. The lines that go out to the left and right tail lights are respectively 12, which is basically this second port right here. So that's 13, 12, and then 8. So 12, 10, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. So that one goes to the driver's side, number 8. And when I put current directly to that number 8, it trips my tester. I'm currently out of battery, so I can't really do it, but it trips my tester on that one. And number 12 also looks like there's a draw. So what we're going to have to do, and this is disconnected, of course, from the fuse box, the smart box. So that eliminates the smart box as having an issue, and the issue is definitely isolated in the wiring or the lights itself. And we still see some kind of a short with the light disconnected at the back. It goes to a completely hard short when and a strong fault when we plug in the light. So I believe the problem is in the wiring harness going back somewhere. It's pinched, damaged, something. But to find it, that would require, because we don't see any signs that there's wiring or something was really tampered with here that could possibly cause this, except for here. But I didn't notice any kind of damage either. I don't know why they did that. Supposedly this car was stolen and they damaged this, of course, but the problem we have is from the wiring here going back and not to the front of the car or the steering column. So that would eliminate the steering column. So the customer elected for us to possibly run new wires. So we're going to run new wires and possibly abandon these because he didn't want to pay the expense of disassembling all the car and following these wires and finding the short. So from here, this is the side that definitely has a stronger short in it in the wiring. And if you unplug here, you basically disconnect this light to eliminate it as a possible problem, because you can have a bad bulb that's grounded or something like that can cause something like this as well too. So okay, guys, I found the problem. We actually opened it up because we had to open anyway to pass the cable, and in there we kind of inspected, in which I kind of suspected there was no issues. But I said, let me cut the wire at the back, which is what I did on this blue wire. That's what comes from number 8, the pin number 8 over there. And when I did that, I tested it and I got this light working. When I shoot current directly here, this works perfectly fine. And also when I went up to the front, the short was still there. And there's 2 wires that comes out of there. One goes to the mirror on each side. So that told me that the problem was not the circuit, because I also put my test light on the wire I cut going back here, and there was no signal, no ground, no nothing. So this is all good. So the problem is the circuit going to the mirrors. So I went to the mirrors, and look what I noticed. There's supposed to be a light on this mirror. And look at the color of the mirror and look at the color of the car. Yeah. So that is the problem, guys. Wrong mirrors, man. They changed the mirrors for whatever reason. You know, this car is like from an auction, and that brought down the whole circuit. Put everything back, but that's pretty much it on this one, guys. So as you know, the signal lights, the signal for here also is joined to the mirror. So they bridge at that connector there, connector A. So if you didn't know this, now you know. And no one is half the battle. Click that thumbs up button, like and subscribe. See you on the next one.